Hello! Welcome back to my channel, where learning is fun and exciting. This is Teacher Chami, yours truly. If you like this video, please click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and keep on watching! For today's video, we are going to talk about the barriers of communication. Kumbaga, ito yung mga dahilan bakit hindi tayo nagkakaintindihan o bakit hindi nagiging effective yung communication process. So, let's know more!
Barriers of communication is categorized into three. First is physical. One could not communicate due to physical or environmental constraints.
So when we say physical barrier, it refers to our physical body or the environment where communication takes place. When we say physical body, may problema ka sa pangangatawan mo. For example, you are sick. Di ba? Pag masakit yung ulo mo, masakit yung ngipin mo, you don't like to talk to people, like you just want to shut your world. Yung parang ganun. Kasi yung katawan mo is trying to recover sa sakit na nararamdaman mo. And to the point na hindi mo mabibigyan ng full attention yung taong ang nagsasalita or yung taong kumakausap sa'yo. That's why napakahirap for a communication to take place if we are not healthy at all. And aside from our physical body, it also refers to the environment. Kasi kapag maingay yung paligid mo, hindi kayo nakakapag-communicate ng mabuti. Let's say for example, nasa loob ka ng classroom, napakaingay ng mga classmates mo, and your teacher is trying to ask question to you, and you need to answer the question. Halos hindi mo nga marinig yung sinasabi ni ma'am or ni sir, kasi nga napakaingay ng mga seatmates mo. Or let's say when you are talking, maybe on the side of a road, kung saan maraming sasakyan na dumadaan, mahirap makikipag-usap sa tao. Kasi nga, ang ingay-ingay ng paligid. And another reason also, if the environment where communication takes place is napakainit. Let's say classroom. Ang dami-dami nyo sa loob din sa classroom. And sobrang init ng panahon. Of course, you cannot focus on listening to your teacher kasi nga, you're trying to alleviate alleviate the heat that the weather is causing inside the classroom. Kaya napakahirap ng communication because of this physical barrier.
Second is psychological. One could not communicate due to emotional and mental factors.
So when we say psychological barrier, this refers to the emotional or the mental state of a person. Kumbaga, ang hirap makipag-communicate sa ibang tao kung ikaw mismo ay nahihirapan ka deep inside. Just imagine, you're inside a classroom, you're one of the students, your teacher is telling you something about a lesson, sharing her knowledge, etc. Pero ikaw, iba yung iniisip mo, hindi yung lesson yung nasa loob ng utak mo. It might be nag-away kayo ng girlfriend mo, nagkahiwalay kayo ng boyfriend mo, etc. Or nagkaaway kayo sa family side mo, or let's say may personal problem ka, or let's say may nakalimutan ka, may nawala ka. So maraming mga reasons or mga factors affecting your mental state and your emotional state to the point na hindi kaya ng sarili mo to give its attention to the lesson in the class. So, napakahirap makipag-communicate if ikaw mismo wala ka sa tamang pag-iisip. Ay, parang pangit. If you're not on the healthy or the right mental state na makipag-usap sa ibang tao. So, for me, psychological barrier is more difficult to conquer than physical barrier. Kasi yung physical barrier, if maingay yung environment, pwede naman kayong lumipat sa ibang place. But with psychological, nasa kaloob-looban, nasa kaibuturan niya na sarili mo. So, it's very difficult. Yet, it's not impossible naman to solve. Yun na nga lang, on that right moment, napakahirap talaga makipag-communicate sa ibang tao.
Third is linguistic. One could not communicate due to language barriers.
So when we say linguistic barrier, it has something to do with language. Therefore, kung iba yung language ng taong kinakausap mo at iba yung language mo and you don't have any common language, mahirap talaga yon. Let's say, he or she will be speaking in Japanese and you will be speaking in Cebuano or you'll be speaking in Tagalog, Filipino. Hindi talaga kayo makakaintindihan because you have different lexical knowledge on a certain language. Iba-iba yung mga lingwahe nyo. So, what we tend to do is we will use sign language just to communicate with the person, but of course you could not intend to give whatever you need to explain to this person kasi nga limited lang yung vocabulary o wala ka talagang vocabulary, di ba? So, para kayong enghot na nagsasalita yung dalawa, siya Chinese, tapos ikaw Cebuano, Hiligaynon, or kung ano-ano pang mga language. So, it would really clash. Napakahirap talaga to communicate. Kaya nga sometimes, when students are trying to speak English inside a classroom, not all of them have the courage, not all of them have the guts or have the fluency to express whatever is in their head. Alam natin na minsan marami talaga tayong idea pero hindi natin kaya i-relay using the target language which is English because of the limited vocabulary. And with that, communication will be affected kasi hindi mo ma-express yung kailangan mong sabihin sa kanya or sa kanila. Therefore, we have to solve this kind of barrier by studying a common language for everyone. So let's say from different cultures, and we all know that English is the lingua franca of the world, then we have to learn English so that we can communicate to most people coming from different countries. And those are the general types of barriers of communication. We have the physical, psychological, and linguistic barriers. Actually, ang dami naman talagang barriers eh. Kumbaga, if we are going to be so specific, marami talaga siya. And where in fact, we even have our own reasons why it's hard for us to communicate. So therefore, if you're not ready to communicate, just tell to the person that you're not ready to talk to the person. Because it would be useless and it would be futile if you just go on with the conversation without putting your mind, without putting your heart, right? And if you're not prepared for it, then do not talk. It's better not to talk than to talk something that you will regret in the end. Diba? So I hope you learned from this lesson, and if you have any questions or clarifications, don't hesitate to drop in the comment box below and I will be glad to answer those. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell, and keep on watching on the next videos that I'm going to upload. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye-bye. Mwah.